Welcome back to another weekly upload. This is my 2020 Alfa Romeo Giulia, and today's video I want to talk about the mods that you absolutely need for your Alfa Romeo. Now, my Alfa Romeo is actually pretty stock other than just a small few upgrades like an intake and exhaust, but for the last few weeks I've really been wanting to change that. I've been doing a lot of research on like tunes and a lot of aftermarket parts for these cars, like pedal commanders and stuff like that, really just to take this car to the next level. And that's really what prompted me to make this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first two things on this list are not really mods, but they are things that are non-negotiable that if you have an Alfa Romeo, you absolutely need. The first thing being is a battery. The batteries in these cars, I don't know if it's the factory batteries that they use or just the fact that they get old over time or what the deal is, but the electronics in these cars are super sensitive to batteries. So go ahead and get yourself a battery upgrade off the rip. Trust me, you will not regret it. Now, the battery I upgraded to is a 900 cold cranking amp AGM battery. With that AGM battery, I really haven't had a whole lot of issues. If you're someone that's a little more well versed in the electronics on this car, if you have a really good battery recommendation, drop it down in the comments to help out some of the other Alfa owners. So now that we've discussed the battery, let's move on to the next non-negotiable thing that you need for your Alfa Romeo. So now that I've got the hood up, we can talk about the next non-negotiable mod for these cars, and that is going to be these Alfissimo coolant bleeder screws. There's one here, and there's another silver one back there. I don't know if you can see it or not. But the reason why you want these two bleeder screws are because these Giulias, the 2 liter specifically, are known for coolant leaks. If you've checked out my channel, I've made a whole video on the reliability of these cars, and I kind of go over these a little bit. But essentially, what happens is these coolant lines right here like to leak. So there's from the factory, there's a little plastic screw where these metal screws sit, and over time it just gets brittle and it cracks and it breaks. And what happens is coolant ends up shooting all out of these coolant lines, and chances are it's going to happen when you're out and about and not at home, and you're going to have to call a tow truck, and it's just a whole lot of stuff that you don't want to have to deal with. So before your factory screws leave the chat, so to speak, I would go ahead and pick these up from Alfissimo. I think they're like $40 for two of them, and that way you avoid the whole shooting coolant all over your engine bay and tow truck and just all that stuff that you don't want to deal with. I'll link these down below for you. So now that we have the boring modifications knocked out, let's move on to the fun modifications that I think you need for your Alfa Romeo to really take it to that next level. And before we get too far into the fun mods, I just want to say these are in no specific order or anything like that. These are just things that I specifically think that you need for your car. So for the fun mods, I decided to move to a new location. I figured we'd go ahead and change it up and give you guys something better to look at. The first fun mod that I would say you need for your Alfa Romeo is going to be noise. And you can get noise through an intake and an exhaust. As far as exhaust, they all kind of sound the same. So me personally, I just went with a muffler and resonator delete. I know there's like an AFE option out there. There's a couple different options. So if you're a little bit more picky than me, you can check those out. But as far as intakes, this car was really boring before I put an intake on it. You literally couldn't even hear the turbo at all. I think the best intake for these cars is probably the Euro compulsion intake, but for right now I'm running the BMS intake. It's just basically like an open filter, but it really helps get that noise. You can definitely hear the turbo. Here's that BMS intake a little bit closer up. They advertise that you gain about 10 horsepower from this, but honestly, I didn't feel a difference. I think more instead of a cold air intake, it's more of a hot air intake. It just really helps to hear the car more than anything. If you're looking for performance upgrades, like I said, I think that Euro compulsion intake is probably the best one for these cars. But if you just want a little bit of noise, I think this BMS is just fine. So if you really want to know a whole lot more about the exhaust, I have a whole nother video on my page doing flybys, revs, driving down the road, you know, just all that good stuff to get you familiar with how the car sounds. But in this video, I will go ahead and insert one of those clips just so you have an idea. The noise really doesn't have to stop at the engine either. I know these cars have a atrocious sound system from the factory, and you can argue with me all you want in the comments. We've got a Stelvio with the Harman Kardon system as well, and it's garbage, so you're probably going to have to upgrade. With that being said, you don't have to go as crazy as me. You don't have to do 212s in the back. You can do just a small setup. And with these electrical issues that these cars have, running this system has not caused me one problem whatsoever. Like I mentioned before, just make sure you get a good battery. And since we're back here talking about the system and the battery and all that good stuff, I figured I would actually show you how I have it set up. So I've got the amp mounted on the rear seat right here, and that's the front of the box. It actually allows for a little bit of storage up here. So I know it looks like I have no trunk space, but I actually do have a little bit of storage. So the next fun mod that I want to talk about is really something small. It was only like $5 or $10 on Amazon, but it's this red start stop button. And I think this button, when you get in it and you see the paddles and you see the button and you press it, it really just it starts your experience with this car. And that to me is worth, way more than just $10. It looks so cool and it really just adds to the uniqueness of this car. With that being said, I'll actually throw a link down in the description for this button if you want one for your Alfa Romeo. Moving on to the exterior of the car, I think a really fun mod for these cars is the spoiler. So unfortunately, these 2 liters do not come with a spoiler for whatever reason from the factory, but this is actually a QV style spoiler. And there's a bunch of really cool options for these cars. There's like a ducktail, there's this spoiler, and there's a few more. So definitely check out, if you've got a Giulia, check out adding a spoiler to it and really adding a nice aggressive touch to the rear end of this car. So the next mod that I think would be fun for these cars is a suspension mod, whether that be coilovers, bags, or lowering springs. This car is actually on stock suspension right now, so it helps me show off this atrocious wheel gap. What a suspension mod really does for these cars is helps with appearance. It also helps with the handling. These cars handle amazing from the factory, but it just helps give it that extra touch. And if you're going to add a rear spoiler and lower your car, you definitely need to add front canards and a front splitter to help complete the look. So those are some mods that I think you need for your Alfa Romeo. As always, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.